Everybody, it's April 16th. We're just barely going to be able to get a stock market review done today because it's almost bedtime, but we figured we would look over the stocks. Didn't pay a ton of attention to the market today.
And by the way, I have my own YouTube channel, so you should go check that out and subscribe because we're trying to race to a thousand subscribers, and it's called Baby Spraps.
That's right. I've been doing.
SPRAPPS.
I've had a YouTube channel since before he was born, and he will probably get to 1,000 subscribers before me. But don't let that cause any problems.
Please.
Still pay attention.
Please do it.
So let's talk about the stocks today. Big winners, our top 10. I always like numbering these 1 to 10. Who were our big winners today? Looks like somebody I've never heard of with a small market cap. Anything that's got these small market caps under 500 million or especially under 100 million, you got to watch out for these stocks because there's something called pump and dump schemes or funny business, as I like to say, and they're going to be drastic moves. As you can see, this one stock doubled, Tournier NV. I don't even know what that is. What I did here in the file to make this file work a little faster also for the videos is I removed all the trusts and funds and everything. I want to make this just about companies and just about really stocks so that we can look at company data instead of a conglomeration of a lot of other types of investments that roll up into a ticker symbol. So the only thing I saw that was interesting here is Jack in the Box really high up. I agree with that. I mean, these places, these drive-through places with fast food and drive-through together, those stocks are going to do better. Big raise there. I don't know what they announced or why, but it did happen. Bed Bath and Beyond seemed to be. I'm surprised that is up here because one thing that may be happening is we have different thoughts on the extent to which the virus is going to impact all of us and whether or not we're going to be staying at home all the time until August or even out beyond that, or whether we're going to be able to get back to work because of treatment options or non-pharmaceutical interventions, like lockdowns and things like that. How are we going to stop the virus? Well, it turns out big news today was about remdesivir, and I haven't caught up on the news today, but I'm aware of that drug. Supposedly in the clinical trials that are happening right now, they're showing really strong results in the beginning. However, I'm not sold on it yet because there's more going on with this virus in different ways that it affects us. And so hopefully it is preventing mortality and maybe people can get better if they get critically ill. But we're still far way away from having that functionally available to everyone. And it doesn't mean we should all go out and get the virus, even if it does work. So I'm thinking that some of these stocks may be reacting, thinking that things may get back to normal sooner because of the remdesivir news. Well, maybe, but I don't buy it. I had a question. Let's talk about some bigger, higher market cap stocks. Let's not just talk about the winners because playing these small caps that have huge days is not necessarily the way to go. I had been asked about Netflix overtaking Walt Disney. Have you heard of Disney Plus?
No.
You haven't heard of Disney Plus?
No.
But you've heard of Netflix, correct?
Yeah, I watch Netflix.
Exactly. He watches Netflix but doesn't necessarily watch Disney Plus right now.
I don't have Disney Plus.
No, we don't have.
My friends are going crazy about it, but I've got no idea what it is.
What are your friends saying?
They're like, hey, you gonna watch Disney Plus today? I'm like, well, guess what? I bet you don't know what type of tournament this is.
What are they watching on Disney Plus?
I don't know. DuckTales.
DuckTales. They do have a new DuckTales, don't they?
Yeah.
Well,
I like the old DuckTales.
Let's take a look at Disney.
Look at DuckTales.
And let's see, we clear all.
I want to watch DuckTales.
Let's look at Disney and let's also look at Netflix. When we look at both of them and run a little comparison here, what we can see is that apparently I had a bunch of other things. Clear this. Netflix, yes. The other one is Disney. The Walt Disney Company. You should get just both of those. So as we look at both of them, we see that really Netflix is the one that has been outperforming Disney. Look at these trends here, right? See how we've made the file a little bit easier to use. It's not freezing on us as much. So you can see which chart looks better here. Which one of these charts looks better? Do you even know how a chart works?
That one.
And do you know why?
Why?
Because the right side over here,
Nope.
how high it is how high the stock price is, and this is just time. So as we get closer in time here, you can see that Netflix is really outperforming Disney Plus, even though Baby Spraps' friends are excited about Disney Plus. Problem is Disney has a number of assets like their parks and employees, and they have a lot of other overhead right now that is in questionable shape. Of course, the parks are closed. How bad is the future going to be? Are people going to get out and about and commiserate like we used to? It's
I'm stuck.
still a ways away, even though many of us are itching to get out and protesting. As soon as we do that, what you start to see happen are like the Smithfield meatpacking plant in South Dakota, is you end up with the entire facility essentially getting infected, people dying. This disease is not something anybody wants, even if remdesivir does help people that are critically ill. We don't have enough remdesivir to give to everybody.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck playing Twister? You can see it's almost bedtime. So let me talk a little bit more about this comparison, because that's what I was asked to do for the Netflix and Walt Disney. Now, Netflix, you got to wonder what's going to happen with their original content, right? A lot of people aren't producing content right now. Everyone's locked down. So Netflix will have a little catching up to do. However, they are establishing themselves as what they are, which is at-home entertainment. And one thing that I do not think is coming back, even if we do start going out more, is the movie theater. The movie theater, it's too expensive. The food's too expensive. We all have private movie theaters at home now. And what is happening is your home is becoming... Your home has become your castle, as people have to spend more time there. And it's certainly going to be a Netflix and chill Friday night instead of going out to the movie theater. You may go out to other places, but I don't think the movies are coming back. So we'll talk about movie stocks later. So is it justified that Netflix market cap is supposedly, let me turn that on. Netflix market cap is supposedly more, greater, 192 billion. Is it really worth that? They're on the subscription package. There's nothing that says they can't eventually somehow weave ads or product placement into what they do, which is something that they're probably going to eventually monetize more so. They don't want to take away from the experience. I think everyone likes binging without commercials. So, but there's a lot of opportunity there, and I think the market sees this, and anybody who's home now is making a Netflix subscription.
Mini stapler!
And we have a mini stapler. So I do think this is justified. Disney may be slightly undervalued because things may come back if we really get an antibody treatment out. However, I think this is still months and months and months away.
Do you need to staple this?
While Disney Plus
Can I staple it?
is going to help them online, they're going to still play catch up to Netflix. And right now, Netflix is the universal streaming service that we've all defaulted to. And they're going to find ways to monetize even more. So I do think this is justified. We'll talk about earnings per shares and stuff in the future. But Disney's not what it used to be. When the pandemic eventually clears up and we see what the society starts to look like, Disney will go back up. So it's not that Disney's a bad buy right now either. As you can see from their chart here, they're on the downslope. But don't think that remdesivir is going to make everything better tomorrow. It's not going to make everything better for several months, and it may not even be the solution that makes everything better. So do you want to say anything else to everybody before we leave?
Subscribe to my channel.
Don't subscribe to his channel unless you want to watch an 8-year-old play Minecraft. I mean, think about your life. Right?
Thankful.
All right. So as for now, both of these stocks are purchasable. Netflix is a little more expensive right now, but anyway, that's the Ken's top 10 for the day, but then we only talked about Really too. So we're out for now.